What's happening? Episode 18. We got the Empire State Building. We got the earthquake in Venezuela, heat wave, baby in a porta potty, Mom Dami, Samuel Whitmore, and the Python Challenge.
Python Challenge. Let's do it.
What's happening? Welcome to episode 18 of Skull Session. My name is Mike Hussey, and I am with my boy,
Rich Tierney.
And we got a bunch of crazy shit to talk about this week. Thank God.
It's like every week.
Yeah, it is.
It always seems that these animal stories drag me in, though, just because they're so freaking wild.
Well, and it's fucking, they all happen where you live, dude.
Yeah, kind of true.
There's no fucking Python Challenge in Manhattan.
Well, there could be, maybe.
No,
if
Rat
they could
Challenge.
make it through the
Remember
winter.
the Rat Challenge?
Yeah. I just heard a story on, I don't know, maybe it was that Fox morning show, and I don't know how true it was, but the one host is saying he was sitting on a park bench in Central Park smoking a cigar, which I guess you could even get in trouble for that now. And he thought he didn't have his glasses on, and he thought some squirrel was on the thing next to him eating like a candy bar or some shit that he picked up. And it turns out he put his glasses on, it was a big ass rat.
Yeah. We go to Madison Square Park down the street, which is fucking beautiful, but it doesn't matter what time of the day it is because there's like, you know, a path with grass and all this shit on each side. Rats run across it all day, dude. And they're huge. They are huge. Bigger than squirrels.
I remember seeing those fucking things, you know, back in the day working in in different buildings, even at the stock exchange under the trade floor, because it was all the original floor and then they raised it. And people would spill shit under there.
Right.
They stopped with them eating or drinking on the trading floor because say they dropped a Coke and this shit fell and it went underneath there. And you would go underneath there, you'd see some massive rats. There was like a whole set up underneath there.
Yeah. They had a little fucking condo association down there.
Yeah, impossible to get rid of them, you know.
Same when I worked for Petrocelli when we used to go in the manholes. Oof. That was nasty, man. Nasty.
I know.
In Chinatown, dude, we were in Chinatown once, and we lifted the cover off. It was like something at a horror movie. There were thousands of water bugs on the fucking wall. It was like a horror movie. So we went to the hardware store and bought a couple of those bombs, you know, and just threw them in there. And it didn't matter. You know, like 2,000 of them died, but there were another 2,000 ready to take their spot again. Because what happened was the Asians were dumping their cooking oil down the fucking sewers, down the manhole, so they didn't have to pay for oil to get taken, you know, like these grease places to come and take their oil. They go, no, we're good. Put it down the manhole cover where our electricity's coming in.
Or like the garbage that's all over the street, you know, all it's got to be is out there for a day and not get picked up, or one of those bags is open, and at night the rats are all over
and
it.
you have the can people, these fucking people that, you know,
go looking for cans.
God bless them because they're not begging, but, you know, you're walking down the street with fucking 400 cans. Dude, it's a nickel a piece.
Yeah.
You know, you fucking broke your, at least go to Michigan where it's a dime.
Right. Or Hawaii or something.
I mean, I used to see in the Bronx, when I'd look out my window, say at 5:30 in the morning, there was a couple, and they were Asian, and they had the big pole over their shoulders, you know, like they were back in their country, with two gigantic 55-gallon fucking bags of cans on each side.
Yeah.
And then I'd see them. That's all they did all day.
Crazy.
Fucking cans. I mean, 2,000 cans is what, $200?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I guess.
I mean, if you did it every day, I mean, it's fucking, I don't know. But like I said, at least, you know.
Yeah, that, the Python Challenge down here in Florida just started. I think it was like Friday at midnight, you know, speaking of invasive species.
Yeah. And iguanas, they're fucking bad down there too.
Yeah. I mean, the iguanas I guess it might be a little easier to take them out. Like they shoot them with an air pellet rifle and shit like that. I don't know how many babies they have at one time. The pythons are out of control, though.
They have like 100 of them. Nest
all
of
these
eggs.
Like that video I showed you, the guy company has dogs that like hunt down the python nests and then he goes in and grabs these things. But they're giving a $10,000 grand prize
Wow.
for whoever removes the most pythons. And then there's, I guess if you have a business that does it, there's most pythons professional category, most pythons professional runner up, and then the biggest python. And then there's a novice group with the same categories. And then I guess they letting the military in on it. Like if you're in the military,
Go
you
do it.
can
You
get
fucking
another,
have
go
fucking
out there and
your
grab some freaking,
AK-47 fucking
yeah. Help us to remove invasive Burmese pythons from the Everglades ecosystem for your chance to win prizes while helping native wildlife.
well,
You
there's
know,
no wildlife left there. The pythons ate everything.
Well, yeah, they're crazy, man. That one dude, some 16-foot python. I mean, they say they got 100 teeth. That are like this way to grab on the shit. Like if
Right.
that thing lays into you,
It's over.
it's hurting you.
Gives you the wrap. It's
Yeah,
done.
screw that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be grabbing it. I'd be blowing that thing's head
Yeah,
off with a
blowing its head
shotgun.
off. Right. Right.
Yeah,
But I mean, even if they sent out, I don't know, say 25 people go out for this thing and they each catch 100 of them, it's
yeah.
probably not going to put a dent in it,
Mm-mm. Probably not.
you know? And they
Uh,
swim and they're underwater too, right?
they live wherever the water's at.
I hear the dog bugging out downstairs.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'll have to.
All right. Fuck the pythons. What else we got? We got,
We got Belfast.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's over in Ireland, all over the place too.
Yeah.
Not just in Northern Ireland,
But
which
in
is like a
Belfast, they
British
were
territory.
dragging the migrants out of their homes and burning them.
Yeah,
So
it's
I don't
crazy. And then they supposedly had like, the different factions that have been fighting, like the Ulster Defense Force,
yeah.
UDF, and the
Since the
IRA.
70s,
They're
right.
like joining forces
Yeah.
now to get rid
Sinn
of like the
Féin, yeah.
migrants.
I
Which
mean,
is
it,
like,
like everything else, it was
yeah,
news for 3 days and now it's gone. You know what I
right.
mean? But it's still happening because I see on Facebook. I mean, it's still going on. But again, it's like the pythons. They're not fucking leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you forcibly throw them in a fucking bus and yeah,
I don't know. At this point, there's no way these people are leaving because it's all free stuff.
right. You get the
They,
stipend from the government. You get
yeah,
fucking food
we
stamps.
don't
You
have
get
to
a fucking
work.
apartment.
I
And
mean,
I,
they
and
say these housing, they're like housing projects, but they don't call it that over there. They're almost all filled with like immigrants now.
right,
The
fucking
Irish,
Somalian, fucking Middle Eastern freaks.
yeah. I mean, well, that was I mean, supposedly, if you follow the whole like world order and that's the plan, right? You get these third world country people in your country and sink it and have a global superpower and all that. I mean, now
Right.
look at what happened here. I mean, you can't, maybe you feel sorry for people. Like I've been to so many shitty countries and like, yeah, it sucks, but everybody can't live here.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you do come here, at least get a fucking job.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
open up a fucking children's daycare that nobody goes to and rob the fucking government of $8 million.
well, don't kid. I mean, already, don't kid yourself. The freaking politicians are in on all of that,
Oh, of course, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody will ever know.
Nah.
But we'll
And-
tell them anyway.
And as far as New York City nightmare, we had those psychos that climbed the Empire State Building.
I know.
Well,
They went through a hatch up top, so it ain't like they climbed the outside of the
right,
building all the way up, but still.
Well, they said they cut the lock, so they came
Yeah.
prepared.
I can't believe there's no alarm on there.
I know.
I remember going in on top of these rooftops in different buildings and shit, and there was always like
At least
an
the
alarm
push
contact.
bar alarm. You know what I mean? You go
Yeah,
through
or
the exit
if
door.
it was open, they would know it was open.
Or cameras. Fucking camera.
Yeah.
Hey, what are those two
didn't
people
work.
doing up there?
Yeah,
And then
I
to
don't know.
climb all the way to the top of that,
I know.
antenna. How did you know the thing was going to hold you? First of all, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it would have to with the wind and all that bullshit. And then they get engaged. But
Yeah, they were
New York, that was in the news for I don't know a day and a half, and it's gone.
yeah, till something else came along.
Right. Well, now the new thing is this fucking dopey mayor put out a new like I guess like for tourists,
Mm,
and he got rid of Little Italy on the map, and he
which
got rid
is
of. I
like
mean,
the
Little
most
Italy, it's only a
famous
block
neighborhood.
now. It's
Right.
nothing anymore, but it's still part of it.
Yeah.
And Astoria in Queens, where all the Greeks are, that's gone now too. Well, according to Mamdami's, fucking Muslim map, but
Well, I guess he kept Chinatown in there,
yeah,
did
well,
he?
Chinatown's huge compared to Little Italy. I
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
Little Italy's a block. It's
But I
literally a
mean,
block.
Chinatown's all full of Africans now. That's who's selling all that fake shit along Canal
Yeah, on Canal
Street and
Street.
in further.
I remember my cousin was a cop, and he was in the city, and when he was undercover,
Yo.
yeah. So Mamdami, I don't know. I
Eh,
can't believe nobody's fucking taking this
Well,
guy out.
there
You
was
know what I mean?
I heard this morning, like leading on to that, there I guess somebody that he appointed in his administration was inviting like these Iranians over to like sit down and talk and shit like
Right,
that. The
right.
State Department put a freaking kibosh on that. I mean,
Yeah,
you
and he
can't
also
be
wanted to
doing
put
this
the
shit.
Iranian flag on the subway,
Yeah,
and they
it's
said that's not happening.
I don't know. People voted for him. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, he was running against Curtis Lewa, so I mean, it wasn't like he had a lot of. I mean, I don't, he had put ads on TV, and I didn't see really shit about Curtis Lewa.
I mean, I
So
don't get why people don't vote for Curtis Lewa. The guy's
yeah,
born and raised in New York,
right,
guardian angels.
right.
I mean, he's been there forever doing the right thing. I mean, they voted for the what's his name, the dude that was the mayor before Mamdani. He was just some dopey like
Yeah, yeah, he was a piece of shit
Adams,
too.
right?
Adams, and the other
Yeah,
guy before him, that fucking what the fuck was his name? That the tall guy, the white dude,
yeah.
uh, Ben. I don't know, but
I'll think of his name. He was another loser
he was a
too.
piece of shit. Yeah, he never left fucking
Gracie
Gracie
Mansion.
Mansion. Yeah,
His wife like got all this money for some like program that never happened.
right, and she was a black chick, his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't.
yeah.
That New York City politics is a freaking is a weird setup, man.
It's a joke.
It's amazing that companies, are still there. Like in this day and age, like you don't need to be in New York City. Like
I mean,
having a
you should
presence
you
there.
should see the building J.P. Morgan just opened up.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. It's like a whole city block from one end to the other, 50
yeah.
stories.
I don't get it, man.
Talking
But
about 50 stories. Do you see the other one with the Pfizer building?
I know. I remember working in that building years ago. That was all the way on like 42nd and like
42nd
first
and
or
2nd. Yeah.
second. Yeah,
And it was
yeah,
supposed to be the biggest condo apartment in New York City. It was going to be over 1,600 condos.
yeah. They added shit onto it, like up
Yeah.
top, and
Yeah.
I doubt that's what crippled that one column. You know, I mean,
I,
maybe it was already fucked, but the
well,
pictures that they showed.
Elise worked there for 20 something years. And she said when they were on the 25th or 26th floor, and if it was a
Mm,
shitty day, you would hear like groaning. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I'm
I
sure
mean,
there
it was an
was,
old building. Maybe it was just there was already shit screwed up. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, you get all these fucking backdoor fucking drivers like looking from across the street saying, I think that they only tied into that one car. I mean, you're not
Yeah, it's
seeing it. You're not
bullshit.
seeing the
They're not doing
steel.
that.
But the dopey contract that goes on, he's like, it was never. He goes, this happens all the time on our jobs. It's like, what?
Nobody knows about
Probably
it.
wasn't the right fucking thing to say, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, our buildings collapse all the time.
I laughed in the one picture they showed of the column in the background. There were all these big reels of fucking wire.
Yes, yes, and they were not
Yeah.
the electricians on there were non-union. The only
Yeah.
union trade on there were the fitters and the
Yeah.
operating engineers, always
Right.
who fucking they.
That was
Dude,
funny
if
as
the
hell.
operating engineers didn't cross a picket line, there wouldn't be a building built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got to be a union operator to run the crane in New York City. If they
Well,
would have said,
although I don't know, man, I don't follow that stuff anymore, but they say that there are non-union crane companies. I mean, you just got to take a test.
yeah, but I don't think that fly. I don't know if it flies here, but maybe it does now. I mean, it's sure it's just about money. Whoever fucking pays the most money gets the
Right.
contract. Like everything else.
Yeah.
But now, like all the fucking unions are outside protesting. Like they'll got some. I don't know. I think he's a Jamaican dude for the labor's union saying, if this was union, we would have found that problem. No, you
No,
wouldn't.
you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. Even the iron workers, dude.
Right.
They just go to work every day. They're not checking out the structural steel. You know what I mean? Go to 21 and do this. And they go do it. They're not saying go to 21 and look and see if this building's going to fucking collapse.
I mean, that was like when we were down at Ground Zero years back, and then everybody there was union. Remember, they were trying to rip down the outside wall, the picture
Slurry.
everybody's seen
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the skin of the building, and it was all steel.
Oh, remember that with
And they pulled everybody back. "Everybody get back," and they had all these excavators with cables, and they
yeah, that
had guys
was,
cut it, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna do
that's not
shit."
going to work. They
They're
were just,
blowing
yeah,
sirens, and the
yeah,
thing's just going back and forth like this,
yeah, yeah.
and then
Well,
finally they
we're
gave up
waiting
on
for a
it.
nightmare. And
Yeah,
same, remember when they got that huge crane in, like the biggest crane in the country there, and then they
yeah,
moved it like 10 feet and realized if they move it anymore, the slurry wall's gonna fucking collapse.
right, they
So
couldn't
we
bring it
said,
close, and then it just sat there. They
let's
came in like, all different trucks,
right,
like
right,
one
yeah,
track on one truck and put
yeah,
it
it was huge.
together.
And
Yeah,
then the operator who was like fucking waving on the big giant treads fell off the thing and broke his wrist.
yeah.
Like what the fuck?
So who knows, man? Like, you can't go by that.
No, hell no.
I just think that there was maybe they should have done a little bit more deep investigation on the actual structural instead of just looking at drawings,
Right.
and before they started doing the reno there, because I'm sure it was some deficiencies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen that before with columns bent in half except
No
for
way,
ground
man.
zero? No,
That's a
ever.
ton of freaking weight just in one spot,
Right.
you know?
And I watched this like structural engineer explaining like how they disperse the load through the building. And I mean, it was pretty interesting, first of all, but he said, I don't think any of this happened with these guys. I think they just added like some I beams and said, yeah, we're good.
Well, that was like the one building, I wasn't there. It was like a Zwicker job. That you were in that building, Condé Nast,
Oh, yeah.
when
That was a great job.
elevator fell across 42nd Street.
Right.
They just kept pulling out because those outside hoists, what's really just holding it is the downward weight.
And,
You
and,
know,
the, and the bars, the T bars,
the bars are just stopping it from going back and forth, but they
right.
kept pulling them out, and then they pulled too many out,
Right. The
and the
thing,
thing's like going, and the operator's like, "Get the fuck out!" And luckily everybody jumped out, and that thing went all the way across and killed that woman in the apartment
right.
across the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
Sorry about
great
that,
job.
guy. We had to
Sorry,
get the
guy.
windows in. Got a deadline here,
How much
you
you
know?
want? 50 grand? We killed your mom. Here you go.
Right. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I
Condé
don't. Who knows?
Nast.
Fuck with her. Yeah, that
So
was.
it's still hot up there? Or what?
No, it's beautiful.
Oh,
That
that's
heat wave
good.
was brutal, dude. It
Yeah.
was for New York City to be 114 degrees. It was like you couldn't go out. That's how shitty it was. You
Yeah. I
just
mean,
fucking couldn't go out.
there's no air movement there. It's not like you're at the beach.
No, right,
Like
right.
Subway's a
Especially
freaking
oh,
smelly sauna.
fuck. Subways are a. Then you sit, you stand on the station, you sweat your sack off, and you walk onto the train. It's a fucking ice box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
And then
yeah.
usually, like, there's manholes blowing up with all the
Oh, the
old
steam.
power
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
steam
yeah,
underneath. I heard a bunch of beaches, they had warnings out for like E. coli, all kinds of poopy
yeah,
and shit washing into the beach.
yeah. And then
Because you
there was
got
like
rain too, right? Got
yes,
some thunderstorms.
and there was a huge sandstorm, like on Jones Beach. Like people were just regular day at Jones Beach, and all of a sudden the wind picked up, and I mean it was they said 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds just came out of nowhere and just whipping people with sand, and the fucking umbrellas were flying, and fucking beach chairs going 30 miles an hour down the fucking block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. The fucking yeah. I
Yeah, I
went out.
mean,
I had to go to the store for something, and it was so hot. It was like there was no air, dude. You know what I mean? It was like there was no breeze whatsoever. It sucked. It
it's
sucked.
like that here most days, but you're used to it in Florida now. I mean, and you get those thunderstorms in the afternoon,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
still, it's so freaking hot. Like, I don't mind it. I'd rather be hot than cold. But like if you take a shower and then you go out and you do anything, like you need to take
you
another shower.
right. You drenched. Yeah,
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, today it's got a little bit of cloud to it, but
still
um,
96,
yeah, it's freaking hot, like summertime,
ninety percent humidity.
not gonna bitch and moan about it. I didn't, no beach time. On the beach, it's been cooler. We went to eat at the beginning of the week at this place, and it was within a mile of like the water. And what a difference. It was probably 10 degrees cooler,
Yeah, oh
you know.
yeah, hell yeah, makes a big difference.
And we're not
Even
even
here,
inland that far, you know.
I mean, like something, what the deal. Sometimes it rains, it makes it better. Sometimes it just makes it, 100% worse. Oh
Yeah,
my god, oh my god.
and then I used to laugh when we were still working, like well, in the city at least, and if it was freezing cold, it was hot. They're like, "Oh, you got to stay in today and hydrate." And I'm like, "We're going to work. Like, there's
Yeah,
no hydrate.
yeah.
I mean, there's might be hydrate, but there's not like you're going to just stay home."
Stop. Yeah. So can't get.
Yeah,
Sorry, guy. Little hot. See you
yeah. I mean,
tomorrow. It's gonna be just as hot tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, in Texas, nothing stopped like that. Like they start a little bit earlier, but you just
Remember we were at the plant with Haran used to come out and fucking say what the temperature was, and we'd have
yeah,
to
the heat
stop us
index
from
and
working, and then Dave, Dave would
yeah.
come out and lose it. You can't just stop 40 guys from working. Well, Dave, it's too hot for them to work.
Well, we were doing that in these on these solar projects. They were like, "Oh, if it's so hot out and you work X amount, then you got to take a break in the shade."
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
I don't ever remember that being a thing.
No, that was the only job I was ever on in my life where they said it's too hot to work. And I had gotten heat stroke. I guess it wasn't a stroke, but
Yeah,
I'd gotten sent home because man, I felt like shit for 2 days after that. Thank God it was Friday, but still
I mean, the worst buildings were the ones that windows were in,
closed in. Yeah.
and like, yeah, come the springtime, they were still cool from the winter, and then once the summer came, and no air movement, the
Crank it
shit
through
would
the
be
window. Yeah. And then
sun
if
beating
you're on
through
a
there.
Turner job, you gotta have a vest on, a hard hat, glasses,
Yeah,
gloves,
I know.
fucking you couldn't even have a cut off shirt on.
It's so crazy how things came full circle. I remember starting once I got out of the army, as a labor on those tech jobs, to just be wearing shorts, no shirt, a hard hat, and like, boots. Now it's
Yeah.
like
No more.
glasses,
Yeah, yeah.
fucking fire retardant shirt,
Yeah.
vest.
Right.
It's like Bob the Builder.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right. And remember, I remember working in doing an interior, and everybody's got hard hats on. It's like,
I know. It's like,
why am
what are
I
we
wearing a
doing here?
fucking
The
hard hat?
ceiling's up.
Right. I'm gonna get hit with
Yeah.
a ceiling tile.
I know, and
Fucking
it's
idiot.
such a freaking hassle. And all the people that, now that I'm not like working in the field, like I know the difference, but all the people who never worked out in the field love it. They love putting a hard hat on and their glasses. And I'm like, you wouldn't think that if you had to work 8 hours with all that shit on,
Right, right. That's why
you know?
you can always tell, like in the city, like the non-union, because those are the people that take their hard hats home.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
We never took our fucking hard hats home. Like,
Well, in the beginning on jobs, the electricians, we never even used to wear it. You just
right,
throw it on the cart,
right, right, yeah.
unless you had to, unless
Where's
you
your
were
hard
like
hat? There it is.
outside where someone could fall on your head.
Right.
Put on your hard hat. You never. Now they'll throw you off the job.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't even use ladders anymore. You got to have a permit for a ladder.
I remember I
You got to
got
use
written up at the
lifts.
plant for smoking a cigarette,
Yeah,
and they dragged me all the way to Dave's office. And Dave says to the jerk off safety guy, he goes, "That's what you worried about? This guy
yeah,
smoking a cigarette in the corner of the fucking job." I mean, and we were outside, dude. You know what I mean?
right.
Well, Dave, smoking is against the law. It's a federal job. He's like, go worry about safety, guy. Don't worry about somebody smoking a
I
fucking
know.
cigarette.
It's
But I had
just
to go home, dude. I had to
Yeah,
go home, which was great. Who cares? Dave paid me for the day, but still. It's like, come on.
crazy. I bet nobody's worried about smoking at the Venezuela earthquake.
Oof. Did you see that? Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I couldn't even imagine that. Like, we're
No.
lucky, like, here, we haven't had shit like that. I
Right.
mean, I don't know, I didn't look, like, the major earthquake, I think, probably was San Francisco, but it was, like, a long time ago,
Right.
you know?
Right. And it's on a fault line. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, but yeah. And then there was a bigger one in Russia. They said it was 8.8 on the Richter scale, which is like the biggest one ever measured. They had tsunami warnings in, which never happens, in Cali and Hawaii and all, all up and down the West Coast, Seattle.
yeah.
And it never happened. But like, how, you look at like Venezuela, like, how do they come back from this, dude? Like, cities are leveled in this fucking place. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know. They were already screwed with
yeah, yeah,
everything that was going on.
yeah. And they build these things with a fucking wish and a prayer,
Yeah.
4 stories high, and the thing just crumbles like a fucking,
I
like a
used to
fucking,
laugh with the whole hurricane clips on the light
oh,
fixtures. I'm like,
yeah.
that ain't doing anything when this whole ceiling comes down.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
The
come on.
hurricane clips. We're in New York City.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
put the hurricane clips
Hurricane
on?
clip
Oh,
on
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got it.
Who made that? Who was that one company that made all those things for the boxes and everything? The fuck was that company? Caddy Clip,
Caddy.
like Caddy, yeah.
Yeah.
They made a fortune.
Erico,
Yeah.
ERICO. And they
They made
made,
a fortune when they came out with the hurricane clips.
yeah. Yeah.
These must be on every fixture from here to fucking
Right.
California
Yeah.
in case there's a hurricane it's going to blow down this 70-story building.
Right. The
There's another
fixtures.
building down at the seaport, dude, that's like 60 stories that started collapsing. Nobody talks about that. People bought all these condos, they got their money back, and the guy went out of business, and now it's just sitting on the fucking South Street Seaport rotting, you know? Took
Yeah.
away a whole bunch.
Nobody wants to pay to get rid of it.
Get rid of it, right? Right.
I know.
But
Which
that's,
is
I
like a
mean,
major fucking thing in New York City.
they're gonna spend $1 million. I know who knows how many millions shoring this thing up so they don't have at the Pfizer building, so they don't have to take it down. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I don't get it, man. Down here, even these houses, I watched them. I guess because it's sand and like it's just a slab, but like they'll pour this slab, put all the shit in it, and like they're building on it like within the week, you know. And then leading up to that, like I remember during certain things you get to like compaction testing of the
Right.
soil and stuff before. They don't do any of that. They
Right.
put the
Build it
soil in,
on
they
sand.
grade it. It's in sun sand.
And there's no they're not putting any pylons down or anything to hold the fucking
No.
basement up. No.
Well, there's no basements here. Everything's just a slab.
Slab, right, right.
But, I mean,
Oh,
they
man.
are. I mean, when they're doing these bridges, like they're doing the road here, the piles are big. Like they're
Yep.
driving them things in fucking 30, 40 feet,
Right.
to put these bridges and shit on. But it's all sand. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they that whole Venezuela thing was like a big deal on the news, and then all of a sudden you didn't hear shit about
Gone,
it.
right. Yeah. It's
Like
over. People
we
climb
were,
the Empire State Building. That's more important
yeah,
than
or
fucking
Iran. Well, now,
2,000 people dying.
yeah, I know. Like, or Lindsey Graham died this morning.
Who's Lindsey Graham? Who was that?
He was a senator from South Carolina. Yeah.
Should I know that name?
Maybe. I mean, he's been in Washington forever.
Yeah, but everybody's there forever.
I
Fucking
know. Well,
set it
that's
up for
half the
40
problem.
years.
But if you turn any news cycle on, it was just like continuous. Like Lindsey Graham was like the second coming. Like he was just another Washington freaking,
Right.
raped the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he started in with Trump. I think he finally realized he couldn't win. I think Trump gave out his personal cell phone number back at some point in time to like everybody. And then people were calling him and blowing up his phone, and he had to change it. But you've seen him. He's like a total freaking worm. But he
Yeah,
died. I guess he had a heart attack or something. They didn't say, but he was just
on a
71.
golf course.
Yeah, in Ukraine. He was probably hanging with some Russian hookers and
Yeah.
Zelensky in Ukraine.
Hey, we like you very
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, visiting some
I
bio
just want to
labs.
talk.
Yeah. I just want to get out and talk.
Yeah.
Hey, guy. You know, I
What was
don't
that
know,
other
bro.
psycho we were talking about? Oh, Samuel Whitmore
Yes.
in the
Yeah, but
Revolution.
that's when men were men.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I seen Young Washington, the movie Young Washington.
Yeah.
They don't make him like that anymore, dude.
No.
George.
No.
George's mom died when he was like 11, or his father, and they said, "Yeah, you're in charge of this household now." The old man went to get a new wife. He left
They
for like
don't
4
make
months.
most of the things. And we always we said that, and people before us said that, like, oh, going to school. But in general, that's how it is now.
Right.
Like, we're spoiled.
Fucking soft, dude.
Yeah. Like I was telling you, the new Little House on the Prairie came out on, I guess it's Netflix. I don't know. I don't know what channel it was on, but I watched the first season and it was freaking good.
Well,
Like
it's
the
because
old,
it's real now,
yeah,
not
I never
Michael
read the,
Landon.
right. I never read the books, which the books are real. Like it was true of, that Ingalls Wilder and their family moving to the West and all that other shit like that. But then the TV show that was on was like old
Yeah.
school, like 70s TV.
Right. Right.
You know, you
Good
got
night,
to,
Ma.
yeah, good night,
Good
Ma.
night, Pa. That
Good
was the
night,
Waltons.
Pa.
Yeah.
And that was the Waltons, but same deal. I mean, you're talking about the same era that had Three's Company. Come
Right.
and knock on my door, that I'm waiting for
Yeah. That.
you.
Yeah.
You know, all
Suzanne
stupid ass.
Summers with no
Yeah.
bra, and that's all the only reason why people
That-
watch it.
yes. But this new Little House, watch it. It's good, man. You know, like they show them going out to Kansas and leaving Wisconsin, I think they were. And then they got to leave Kansas, and that's why they wind up in fucking Minnesota. But they go into the whole, some of the characters and like real world shit that happened. Like everybody was still like up, the whole country was up in, disarray from the Civil War.
Right.
If you made it through that, like people shooting at each other with freaking muskets and shit, you were lucky to survive. And then you just went back home and, you know, they didn't
Yeah.
talk about PTSD, but you were
Right.
lucky to be alive after some of those
Right.
massacres. Like you lived through like Antietam or
Or
freaking
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg,
Yeah.
and
Fucking musket ball.
oh, forget it, bro. Just people hacking your
And I had heard
appendages
this
off.
thing, like, it wasn't really the musket ball, even though that thing ripped the shit out of you.
Yeah, shred
It
your
was
bone.
all the fabric that it took with you
Yeah,
into your body, and then that just caused them, gangrene and fucking chopping off legs with hacksaws. But like
yeah.
this guy Samuel Whitmore, he was like 30 something when he joined, and he got shot 8 times. He got bayoneted 13 times, and they thought he was dead, but then he moved, and they brought him to some hospital. He lived to be like 90 something.
Which is crazy that people even live that long. Never
Right,
mind with all the
right,
shit that he had wrong with him.
right. Yeah, and he got
Yeah,
shot in the head, dude.
yeah.
So they pulled the musket out of his fucking head. Yeah, it's fucking, people fall over in soccer matches when they get smacked
Oh,
in
I
the
know.
back of the
Well,
head.
yeah, but things were totally different, and they're never going to be like that again. I guess that's kind of a good thing, but kind of a you know,
Yeah.
bad deal too. But um, Little House on the Prairie, if you get a chance, check it
Yeah, I'll
out.
check that out. Yeah, definitely.
I they said they're starting up a new I thought it was just going to be the Space Force,
Oh, that's
but
right. The army thing. Yeah. That was
yeah,
pretty cool.
it was. But I wonder what they're going to do actually. Um, they kind of like put it out there like they were going to someday like load up on a space shuttle and go like fight the Chinese in freaking space. You know, I don't know. What was it like? Satellite defense, orbital surveillance, space-based communications. But they open up a couple MOSs, which are like military occupational specialties for like for space. I
Yeah.
thought all that shit was going to be taken care of with Space Force.
Right.
Yeah.
But they, what did it say? The army, its target is the largest user of space capabilities in the joint force. Space integration absolutely critical to the multiple domain operations at every echelon, says
Yeah,
Lieutenant General John L. Randy. Who would have thought? You'd think it'd be the Air Force.
I know. Crazy. I laugh about the Whitmore guy you would just and I was trying to like think of all the facts, but leading into that, like the fact that Andrew Jackson, who was president, actually had a duel with this fucking guy back in the day and got shot in the chest, and he
Yeah.
stayed with that bullet like his whole life. You know, like the
That
guy
hurt?
like
Nah.
said something about his wife or his
Yeah,
girlfriend or
yeah.
something. It's like, I challenge you to a duel,
The
sir.
smack in the face.
Yeah, and he freaking pulled pistols and walk past and just turn around and shoot at each other.
Pistols or swords? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was pistols. Yeah.
At least I
Um,
wish they had that now.
they kind of do, but people don't like let you know, and you don't count off paces. They just
Yeah,
freaking
just turn
light,
around and fucking
and half the
put the
people can't shoot. You know, like these shootings, there were 40 shell casings. Like,
yeah,
good thing, like only a handful of people got hit and nobody died.
yeah.
But, but yeah, Space Force. I'm curious to see what the hell that's going to wind up becoming. You
Yeah,
know?
it'd be especially if the army's involved, it'd be pretty cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a
Yeah.
soldier. "Hey, you wanna go into the space side of this?" "Sure."
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what they did with Space Force. I guess a lot of it has to do with satellites, I'm sure.
Is that like, if you go to a recruiter now, is the
Yeah.
Space Force there? You know what I mean? Army, you know, there's the top 5, and then
Yeah,
is there a Space Force now at the recruiter too? I guess it
I'm
has to
sure
be.
there is. I haven't
Sounds like Star Wars.
I
You
don't
know
know, I'm
what I
gonna have
mean?
to do a little investigation. Maybe I'll go in and see if I can sign up. You got
There you
any
go.
senior level positions in Space Force? You
Yes.
know?
Oh, yes. Were you ever
Oh,
an
here we go.
astronaut? No.
Yeah. No. But I like Tang.
Yeah, I like Tang. I
I
like
heard a
being in a
whole thing
I
about
like being
Tang
in a
this
bottle.
morning. Yeah,
Oh, Tang, yeah.
how like they put it out and nobody was buying the shit until like John Glenn or one of the astronauts had some of it, and then all of a sudden they promoted it as like the space drink. I remember as a kid, like every kid wanted Tang,
Yeah, it sucked
like
too.
22 grams of sugar in like one serving.
Like
Yeah,
Kool-Aid, right.
but apparently the shit is still out there in all these different flavors, and it's big in like other countries. You know,
Well, anything that was big here and is no more is big in other countries.
right?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Fucking ring dings.
yeah. Get
Can't even
some
find them
Tang,
anymore. Some
right? They
Tang.
stopped making them.
Poor man screwdriver, Tang and vodka.
Scotch and scope.
Yeah. So, yeah, ooh.
That was what the hardcores on the used to drink all day at work, so that they would think nobody could smell it on their breath.
Yeah. I knew
Scotch and
when
some
I was a
scope.
kid, there was a guy that used to buy Scope, like the big bottle of Scope, and you know what they do? They pour it through a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
It takes out all the blue shit, and then you just got pure pure alcohol on the bottom.
Well, I
Uh,
worked it when I was a kid in high school, right out of high school for the Army at the place that made Sterno. It was in Tenafly.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, they made the containers and they filled them and everything there. And they put this chemical in there that if you tasted it, it was horrible. Like you know, just because at some points on people were drinking Sterno.
Sterno.
Yeah, because
Why,
it's
is it alcohol?
alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
you know,
Shot of Sterno, please.
I don't know. It was nasty, man. And everybody that worked in the area where they had the Sterno cans was a mutant. You know,
Where in Tenafly was that?
over by the railroad track somewhere.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Where all the industrial shit
It was
is.
called GS Container. Was actually the name of the company, and a lot.
Sterno.
Yeah,
Still
it,
around.
it was a good job for high school.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like most, if you didn't have to deal with the sterno, like the cans, they would punch out this aluminum and you load up the cans and had scrap aluminum you had to get rid of. And, but anything to do with the sterno, like when they pumped it into it was just nasty.
Yeah. Oof.
People were loading this shit with just regular like cotton gloves on your
Yeah.
hands, like soaked with fucking sterno.
Is this good for you? Yeah, go
Yeah,
for it.
it's good. It's
Yeah, yeah.
only
Nothing ever happened.
it's 82, 1982. Everything's good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. So what's with this? You and I didn't even talk about this. The ABC AI comedy.
What's that? I don't know about that.
Hmm. I guess this as Saturday Night Live's doing some clips written by a robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everything's AI now, though. So I
Yeah,
don't know why.
they
I
said
mean,
radiologists are out of here soon.
yeah, I know. It's crazy because it look through everything. No, it's the freakiest shit I seen, and um, I didn't know anybody who did it, but you send a still photo in now, like say, like your mom's been gone for a while. Say your mom and dad, and it'll make it into a video where they're actually moving.
Dude, it did it with my brother.
Really?
Me and my brother had a picture of Brian that passed away. We had a picture
Yeah.
of me and him at Yankee Stadium. And I got a thing, would you like AI to transform this? And I just thought it was going to, make it look better. And it has me and my brother like putting our arms around one another and going like this into the camera. Like that never happened. It was
And it
it
looks
was
totally real.
totally real. I seen a 22-minute video like movie that AI made, like a Viking movie. You would never even know.
Yeah.
Never even know it was AI that made the
Crazy
movie.
shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. The whole world's gonna change because of this shit.
I mean, I
But
use it for like certain times. You used to just, okay, Google it. This is like a whole other level, like
oh
something on the
yeah.
Jeep, or you want to look at a plant. They used to sell like apps, like these plant apps. Like, what's wrong with my fucking plant? Did I water it too much? Now all you got to do is snap a picture on chat and, hey, what's wrong with my plant? Oh,
Right.
we'll do this.
Yeah.
There's
No
not,
thinking anymore. Right. And
I
it
couldn't
gives you
even
7
imagine.
different ways to save it.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what I
sure
mean?
going to school now, like, or college, it's just a freaking AI, like, nightmare punching shit into AI. Like,
Right.
do a paper for me, you know?
And as quick as they come out with like say you hand in an essay and there's a whole thing now that they could put it in to see if AI wrote it. But I'm sure there's another thing coming out to prevent that from happening. You know what I mean? To prevent the AI from
Yeah,
telling that you can write it or that you didn't even write it. Well,
I
there's a
know.
new kid going around asking other people if they like read this sentence. Nobody can
Right.
read the fucking thing.
Yeah,
Like the civilian went for a rendezvous down at the reservoir to meet with his superiors.
right.
No, no, good. Or can't tell time, bro, on a regular clock.
Well, I believe that,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I think they just brought back cursive in schools because everybody's writing like a retard. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
always wrote like a retard, so
Yeah, but at
I
least
wouldn't
you
have
know what
cared.
to write. You know what I mean? Like people, they just can't even hold a fucking pencil anymore.
I'm glad there's just computers out now, and I can type pretty fast, like, it's amazing I could learn in high school, and I don't know why I took the class, and back then it was like regular electric typewriters,
Right, right.
and,
Click, 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 click,
and I
click, click.
remembered it all,
Yeah,
now to the point where, like, if I got to do something for work, like, I can pull the keyboard up and, like, actually look at something and type it, you know?
yeah. I'm not like that. Elise can
Yeah.
type. Fuck. Yeah, she can fly, but no,
I mean, I'll make a
I'm
couple
still
mistakes, but
I'm still the finger.
yeah. But all those other programs, man, even like Excel now, you used to build out pivot tables and all this other shit. If you are like in a company and they got like the Microsoft suite, you got Copilot, which is like the AI,
Right.
and you just punch it in there. I'll just take this, put it as the columns, do this, and it does
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
for you. You don't
Thank
even
you.
got to know how to do it anymore.
Right, right. You don't have to know
Yeah,
how to do anything anymore.
I wish.
I mean, I just still can't believe I tell people in this day and age, did you YouTube it? Did you ask Google? Oh, no, no.
I said that to you about the kids because they grew up with phones, and sometimes they're like, "Didn't you like look online at that?"
Right, right.
Like, if I don't know something, I'm smart enough to do that. Especially like YouTube was always good if say you were doing something and you kind of knew how to do it, but especially like say on a car. but now you're going to see the guy, somebody rip it all apart. So you'll see exactly what it looks like till you do it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's even somewhat stupid as, I mean, we're going away tomorrow, and I'm bringing a blazer with me. How to fold a blazer in a suitcase.
Yeah.
I never knew how. You know what I mean? What the
No,
fuck do
you've
I know?
got a big old wrinkly mess. Now you just put it
Right,
in
right.
there. And it's
And
like,
I mean, I just got out of, I had to have the sleeves fixed and all this other shit. And now it looks great. I got to jam it in a fucking suitcase. But 3 of them
I
on
don't,
YouTube
yeah.
showed the exact same way. So that's what I got to go with.
Well, next episode, we'll have to go over this this trip that you're going on.
Quebec.
Yeah. You
We
won't have to worry about pythons or iguanas.
now, dude, it's last night it was 53 degrees there at night, 81 in the day, which is
Yeah.
perfect, and 53 at night, which is cool. But our room has a fireplace in it, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah.
totally different than Key Largo, but it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Lake Massawippi.
Hold on. That deserves a.
Yeah, at least, we get, since it's pretty much all inclusive, at least says, maybe we'll take out a kayak. And I go, I can't sit for an hour with my fucking knee killing me. And I'm
And
not,
your shoulders.
not, yeah, not
Rowing
jamming
a
myself in a
kayak.
fucking kayak or
You
in a
probably get
canoe.
lost or to capsize.
And plus, my shoulders hurt so much. I don't think I could fucking swim anymore. So what do you think? I want to be in the middle of the lake and fucking
Right.
some storm comes in? No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
be on the
good.
shore. I'll wave to you while you're paddling around out there.
I like it.
All right, we're it.
Yeah, dude. So with that, and you in vacation mode, take us home,
yeah.
brother.
So from Mike and Rich, we want to say later.
Later. Skulls.